Yeah. Let me look right here. In the animal kingdom, are females generally better at survival than males? We looked at it on perplexity. That's what we like to use. Females in the animal kingdom are generally better at survival than males. In a large-scale study of 101 wild mammal species, females lived an average of 18% longer than males in more than 60% of those species. For most mammals, including species like elephants, lions, and seals, females surpass males in longevity. The difference in lifespan between the sexes is often more pronounced in the animal kingdom than in humans, where women live about 7.8% longer than men.
We're expendable.
Yeah.
Like, think if there's one guy and 100 girls, you're repopulating the planet.
Right.
If there's 100 guys and one woman, you're not. You know what I mean? Like, we are expendable. Males across all species, for the most part, are expendable. Sorry, bro.
No, I felt I knew something was off.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Ugh.
Damn it. Should have been a chick.
I know. I gotta wander around with I gotta get some new knee pads. I'm gonna have to get some protective armor.
I get some new knee pads.
I gotta get some protective armor, dude. That's for sure. The idea that you're gonna find like extinct species is such like it's a cool sport, right?
Yeah.
Because it's chasing this Atlantis in a way, kind of.
It's the most ultimate form of hunting.
Right.
You're looking for the rarest thing in the world, so much so that the whole world thinks it doesn't exist anymore. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking about extinction and stuff. It's like, where's that last day where people are just standing there with the clipboards and they're just waiting for the last, like, one of a species to die off, and then they're like,
oh,
extinct.
there it goes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's
what classifies something as extinct?
That's a great question, and that's part of the premise of like why we made that original show, Extinct or Alive, is like it's for the most part, and I'm oversimplifying, but it's some stuffy dude, British dude in a smoking jacket going, yeah, yes, I believe this is gone, and then he like checks a box. And the problem with that is from a conservation model, the second you check that extinction box, that's it. There's no funding, there's no effort, it's gone. Extinct doesn't mean hiding or around the corner or there's a few left. Extinct means give up and move on.
We're out. 86, the dodo bird.
That's it, yeah. And so I think it's super arrogant for humans to come in and go, that's extinct. I mean, I don't want to belittle extinction, it's a very severe thing, but oftentimes we give up too quickly. We go, it's extinct, it's not here, or now it's sort of been reclassified as like lost to science. But for a long time, it was just like, it's extinct. Science hasn't seen it in 20 years, 30 years, 100 years. Used to be 30 years was the benchmark. And it's just sort of an arrogant thing to come in and say like, I went to Borneo for 10 days. I promise you it's not there. It's like, shut up, dude. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, it's not to give him a clue, you idiot.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm oversimplifying it, but I think that's what ended up happening a lot is all this information, there's millions and millions of species of animal out there, tons and thousands of scientists and things, and they're like, that one's gone, move on, and what I like to do is be like, well, hold on, let's give the little guy a second shot here,
Yeah.
And I think why we were successful, why we found 8 animals that were previously lost to science was because we didn't give up after 10 days. Like some of those expeditions were 2 months long, living in tents, filming every day, like setting camera traps, going out, baiting stuff. They were hard work. I loved the work, but they were hard work. And then it's like, there it is, we found it, and the first time was like utterly shocking, but then we did it 7 more times and it was like, oh wow, there is a pattern here. And I don't want to say it's just like our show and the work I did, but between that and some of the conservation organizations and stuff, there was a little bit of a mentality shift of, wait a minute, it's not extinct. It's like a lost species. It's been lost to Western scientists studying it or finding it. So now we'll put in campaigns to find lost animals as opposed to just decide they're extinct and move on. And that sort of changed things a bit.
It's kind of like cold case files of animals.
Yeah, totally. It's like go back in, check the records. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, I don't think let's see if we have a better DNA sample now.
Yeah, exactly. And the technology's come so far.
Dude, this sounds just like cold case
It
files.
It is, man. It's the same thing. It's forensics. It's animal forensics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's cool.
Are there animals out there that are almost extinct? Like, do you believe? Or does extinction happen every week on the planet and we just don't realize it? How common is it?
3,000 species per year.
Nuh-uh. You're lying.
Yeah,
You're lying.
That's the estimated number. Yeah. And a lot of things, crazy, right?
The fucking what?
Bro, a lot of things are going extinct before we've even described what they are. Like in the Amazon where there's all this clear cutting and stuff.
Yeah.
There are little species of, and I'm not talking about a buffalo, I'm talking about a bug this big or a little orchid or something. But before we've even described what it is or looked into the medicinal properties of it or tried to conserve it, it's gone because we wipe out that chunk of habitat. Wow. There you go.
The estimated number of species that go extinct every year ranges from about 2,000 over 100,000, depending on which scientific estimates and total species counts are used.
Yeah, we I know this is the ChatGPT answer or whatever perplexity answer, but we dug into this pretty heavily across a bunch of organizations, and we estimated it was close to about 3,000. Now, most of that, as in like 2,500, are plants. But the other 500 to 700 or so are animals that are going extinct every year.
But to think that we're losing plants, which are, I mean, just the things that the medicine and stuff that they're finding in plants, the possibilities.
And it's again, going back to the technology standpoint, the more that we advance our technology, the more we use that technology to realize that old ancient ways of medicine and herbal medicine and stuff actually is really effective. Yeah. Look at the sups game now, right? Like you go on, it's like supplements.
Oh,
every supplement's like, oh, this is, I'm making all this up, but like berberine, which is a derivative of an almond shell or whatever, and it's like
beetroot.
You're like, that's medicine.
Yeah.
It's so crazy because I think medicine swung so far away in the pendulum where it's like, it has to be fully synthetic. And it's like, oh, wait, half the shit isn't working, giving you terrible side effects. Well, look over here. Beetroot actually is a great detoxifier. Why don't we just do that? Yeah. It's like the pendulum swung too far and now it's swung back a little bit where it's like, yeah, all these natural things actually help us. And when you're losing 1,500 species or so of those a year, I'm not saying any of them are going to cure cancer, but they might, you know, who knows? Like we haven't tested it.
Yeah, it's fascinating. It's crazy to think that's where we are, and how much of that is just evolution, and how much of that is man-made? Do you think, or involved that species become extinct?
It's a little bit of both, and I think one of the things that we see a lot is people are like, "Oh, it's all humans' fault. That's why everything's going." Extinction's been around forever, Like extinction's not like. We're not going to get rid of extinction, and we shouldn't. But what we shouldn't do is accelerate it, and that's the problem.
Yeah, extinction been around, dude. I've been getting rid of these hoes forever. You feel me?
That's it.
That's it, dude. I'm just joking, hoes. That's just
sorry, hoes. I'm very respectful. But it's interesting because I think man-made extinction. So they say that we're in the 6th great mass extinction event right now. There's been 5 others throughout history, like when the dinosaurs went extinct, when the Earth froze over, the Great Freezing or whatever it's called. I'm not an anthropologist, paleontologist, so I don't really understand that as well. But they say right now we're in the 6th great mass extinction event, and that is directly caused by human beings. So my thing is like, we shouldn't end extinction. We shouldn't stop extinction. We just shouldn't be like racing towards it as much as we can. And when you're killing like, 8 million sharks a year or whatever it is we're fishing and cutting down 1,000 acres of rainforest, I'm making all these numbers up, 1,000 acres of rainforest a day, we're like racing towards extinction. We're like, how fast can we get rid of these things? And that's the problem. Like that's where we need to just reassess. I'm all for human growth and development and everything else. We need it. Like we need to make the planet sustainable, but we got to do it in a way that's also fair to all the species. Yeah. You know what I mean? So that we don't collapse.
Kind of on this topic, I have a question about extinction, like, and the idea that I know there's companies now that are bringing back or attempting to bring back extinct species, right? That's been something that I know you're kind of close to.
Yeah, de-extinction. Yeah.
De-extinction. But first I was wondering, do you think that after a lot of your time being in nature and spending time around nature and animals, do you feel like humans are supposed to be here, or do you feel like we are an additive or a deterrent?
It's a really interesting question. What we should be as humans is docents of this planet. We're the smartest creature on this planet, bar none.
Docent,
right?
What does it mean?
The guardian of the planet. We should be the ones cultivating this garden that is planet Earth and taking care of it. Instead, and I don't know when this happened or how this happened, and this may be a weird take on it. It almost feels like we're like an ant colony, like a parasite on the planet, where we're just like overexpanding and just sort of taking over this whole thing. And I don't think we intend to do that. And I don't think there's a single human being on this planet that's like, we should wipe out everything, we should take over. But everybody like running on their hamster wheel of survival and needing to eat and needing clean water and needing new shoes and blah, blah, blah. It ends up being this sort of almost like parasitic thing on the planet. And instead, what I think we need, and this is such a weird answer, but is this sort of mentality shift of like, okay, there's a lot of us. There's 8 billion people here, or 10 billion, whatever we're up to now. How do we take care of the planet so that the planet takes care of us instead of how do we industrialize as much as possible and take from the planet? Now, I don't think people want to take from the planet. I don't think generally they do. It's just, I believe we should be here. We're supposed to be here. But I think we've lost sight of the fact that as the most, what's the Peter Parker quote? With great power comes great responsibility. We have that power. We need to be responsible for that planet.
Yeah. Yeah, I almost wish there was like a breathalyzer for people that were in power.
Interesting.
So you could just see if they're fucking like, all right, just blow in here. Make sure you give a fuck about.
You good? You good? Here, blow. Yeah.
Have you watered your plants at home today?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You good to drive this planet or not? Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Hey, I'm gonna need you to pull this planet over to the side of the road for a second.
Yeah, let's take a quick look at you. Yeah.
Dude, that's hilarious, bro. Thank you, bro. That's so funny. But yeah, I don't understand why if we can tell if somebody's drunk, we can't tell if they have a moral compass when it comes to trying to be ethical or, trying to care about things outside of themselves, But maybe that's coming.
I think it's coming, and I also don't think, I hate the idea of me sitting here and going, Theo, don't use a plastic bag at the grocery store. Come on, man. And guilt tripping you. I use plastic bags at the grocery store.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? It's like that, what's the bigger offset? It's like, okay, fine, we shouldn't be using as many plastic bags, but also let's just make smaller choices that add up that don't impact us. You know what I mean? It's like, don't be preachy, just care a little bit.
Yeah.
That's it. It's not that hard. You know what I mean?